Crypto Unqualified.
Good morning, it's April 12th, 2019, and this is Crypto Unqualified, bringing you unique perspectives on everything crypto. My name is Nathan, and across the table from me is my co-host Benjamin, who likes to gargle marbles.
It's bad for your teeth, but it's so much fun.
What up?
Have you ever said that before in your life?
No. This week's show is brought to you by SeattleCrypto.com, where you can find information on everything or nothing. All right, Benjamin, we'll start where we always do, which is our total market cap, which is 172 billion today. Up about 10 billion from last week, but we had hit as high as like 87 billion this week, and I thought it was gonna, I hoped that it was gonna just go up and up and up and up.
And keep on going.
It didn't. It pulled back. You called it. Benjamin said we were gonna hit 5,300 with Bitcoin, and then we should see a pullback, and we are seeing that pullback.
We're starting to see it. I'm not saying it's gonna continue to pull back, but it looks like it's gonna happen that way.
Isn't it? Didn't it do that though already? Because it pulled back.
It has, but it's too soon to say the continuation of that correction. You know what I'm saying? It's doing what we kind of expected it would do, but I don't want to count the eggs until they're hatched. Is what I'm saying. I mean, it could spike down and carry up. You know, just like it's done in the past.
So we've got Bitcoin dominance at 51%. That's up. It's actually almost 52%, which is up almost 2% from last week. So it looks like the altcoins are losing a little bit of ground to Bitcoin. Rounding up the top 10, we've got Bitcoin at 5,083, Ethereum at 165, Ripple at 32 cents, Bitcoin Cash at $282, EOS at 537, Litecoin at $79, Binance Coin at $18, Tether at $1, Stellar at 11 cents, Cardano at 8 cents, Tron bringing up the rear at almost 3 cents. What do you think about that?
I think Bitcoin SV shouldn't be on this list. That's what I think.
Haters be hating.
Got to say it like it is.
Do you have the Bitcoin chart pulled up? Can you tell us what you think? Look into your magical ball and tell us what's going to happen.
All of my stuff is just crawling right now. I can't get anything to pull up.
Pretend the chart was in front of you. Like, what do you think it would say? Let's see how good Benjamin is. Benjamin, what do you think about the chart that's not in front of you?
Imagine price action.
Yeah.
Now imagine where you think that price action will go. I honestly think that it's going to continue to round over. We've gotten the pullback that we were expecting that we would get from the $5,300 level. Based on what the chart was showing over the course of this last week, it looked like it was going to make another leg up. And that's in spite of the analysis that we had concluded was going to bring us a correction. I didn't know if we were going to get that correction based on the price action over the last week. It looked like it was going to continue. Yep.
Do you think that the China news about potentially banning mining had anything to do with it going down? Or do you think it's just strictly traders selling?
I think it's just traders selling. I think it's people that got in early on a long position and had a target set, and when everyone else jumped in for the FOMO, they started selling those positions to take profit. And the more it carried up, the more people were taking profit because they've got a good exit. And that's what you do. You plan the trade and you stick to the plan. And now we've seen price start to fall off from, it made a high of about $5,500, and now we've pulled back to just over $5,000 after spiking down below it.
I didn't realize it touched 5,500.
It doesn't look like it did. It looks like it hit 5,466. It might have gone, a little bit higher on other exchanges, but this is the one that I'm using for a higher time frame.
Yeah, if you were smart enough to sell to sell it that high. Congratulations.
Yeah. So it remains to be seen where the correction will stop, but it looks like the correction has at least begun, and a bullish scenario would be to see price find support right around $4,600. That would be a Fibonacci ratio 382 of the total move from about the $3,400 level. So from the $3,400 level up to where we stopped at 5,300, basically 38% of that total move. If price finds support at that level and can't go any lower, that's extremely bullish. Especially if you look at where we're at now is the start of a bull market rather. So very bullish if we can't get past 4,600, but I still believe that we'll go lower to find support on top of what was previous resistance at $4,200. So that's to bring everybody up to speed on the analysis that we gave last week, and just to give you an update on where we're at.
So up next, we like to go to Crypto Miso. It tracks GitHub activity, and not much has changed there. I don't know we need to touch on this every week, but number 1 is Holo, 2 is Elf, 3 is Insular. They were there last week. They are the most active GitHubs right now. Cool.
Turning now to blocktivity.info, which tracks blockchain activity. We've got the top 10, EOS, Wax, Tron at number 3, BitShares, Steam, Bitcoin at number 6, Ethereum, Kin. What is Kin? Is that Komodo? Kin is extended family. Kin number 8, Nano number 9, which saw some pretty solid price action over the last couple of weeks, and Instar, which I've not seen on the top 10 for Blocktivity before. And it looks like Instar has bumped out Telos, the Crypto Unqualified favorite, to the number 11 spot on Blocktivity.
It's kind of been a heavy week with news. A lot of stuff's been coming out. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Oh, let's go straight to Visa. You got Visa pulled up?
I don't have it pulled up, but I know what I'm talking about.
Do you?
For the most part.
Do you?
So it's come out in the last couple of days that Coinbase is going to be partnering with Visa. They're going to have a crypto-backed card. I think it's going to be pre-funded. You will be able to use it with Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever Coinbase has to offer, is my understanding. What do you think this is going to do to the? I mean, if that isn't adoption of cryptocurrency, I don't know what is.
I think Visa's made a really smart move. They're seeing the writing on the wall, and a lot of other services are going to follow. I mean, we've seen it with like Western Union. I don't know how much PayPal is adopting any kind of a blockchain service, but part of the reason why Coinbase started offering all of these other alternative currencies on their platform is in anticipation of this right here, which is the use of all of those alternative currencies and all these cryptocurrencies with the Visa service. And this is coming from Coindesk.com. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has launched a Visa debit card allowing customers in the UK and the EU to spend their cryptocurrencies directly from their Coinbase accounts. That is awesome. This is a sign of the times that Visa is doing this, and I think it's going to be a great solution for the vast majority of people that want to get into crypto or have already gotten into it, and they want to be able to spend it just like they would anything else.
What I like about it is you can spend your gains. I've watched my Bitcoin go up and then down, so it'd be nice to, like, when it goes up, to buy dinner and at least have spent some of my gains a little bit instead of just watching them go back down. We only
go out to dinner during bull markets.
What do you think about China potentially banning Bitcoin mining? News or no news?
No news.
I agree.
China's banned Bitcoin at least 10 other times in other ways. This is no different. They're just looking for another angle to apply leverage to the market. Or maybe they're actually looking to ban mining because I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it has Zero impact.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of the 2017 FUD that came out of China that they were going to, well, actually it was them banning ICOs. Wasn't that the 2017 news?
I don't know. Like, honestly, the China FUD, I just don't really pay a whole lot of attention to, because it's all, especially if it's politically motivated. You know, it's not coming from like, oh, an exchange has been seized, or like when Mt. Gox went under. That's like tangible. This is happening. But when China says, oh, we're not going to allow Bitcoin mining, or we're not going to allow ICOs, like how are you going to stop that? You can't. And if they could, those services would immediately transfer to someplace else. I mean, there's Bitcoin mining all over the United States. There's Bitcoin mining heavily in Washington state because of the cheap hydroelectricity. If Bitcoin miners in China pulled up shop, turned the lights off, and peaced out, within 2 weeks of all of that network hash rate vanishing from the Bitcoin network, there would be an adjustment of the difficulty, right? Which would make it more profitable and easier for other miners to come online. So there'd be a little bit of tumult.
I thought we decided that wasn't a word.
It's a word.
Do you mean turmoil?
No, tumult.
I think
tumult.
We should pull the audience for that one. Is tumult a word?
So after said tumult, there would be a stabilization. Other miners would come online, and things would go on.
And they're saying, "Oh, we want to be clean power. China wants to be clean power. We don't want Bitcoin because we want clean power."
Yeah, how about turn off all the coal factories?
It's a joke. It's just I think it's a joke. What do you think?
Chinese authorities have been spearheading the blockchain before Bitcoin approach since September 2017, when the infamous crackdown on local initial coin offerings, ICOs, and crypto exchanges occurred. As of now, people in China can hold cryptocurrencies, but they are prohibited from trading them. Sure they are.
Speaking of ICOs, have you heard of Blockstack?
No, I have not. What is Blockstack?
Blockstack is an ICO that's looking to launch with SEC regulation. Do you know how they're going to do that?
I do not.
Back in 2012, the SEC started the Jumpstart Our Business Act, Regulation A+ exemption for an alternative to initial public offering. What it does is it rather than solely sell to investors, this loophole allows you to sell to just any old person. The loophole, or the restriction, is you can't raise over $50 million. So as long as you raise less than $50 million, you can launch an ICO hypothetically under this Jumpstart Our Business Act. It's yet to be seen if this is actually going to work. If it does work, it would be the first of its kind to actually have SEC approval, basically, on an ICO launch in the United States.
So this is just a loophole.
I think it's a loophole that they found. They're working with lawyers and former SEC. It says right here, as reported, staff at the SEC have just recently published a framework to help market participants ascertain whether or not a digital asset is deemed to be an investment contract. What word did I abolish? Ascertain? What is it? What did I do?
Ascertain?
A certain. Yes. Ascertain. As reported, staff at the SEC have just recently published a framework to help market participants ascertain whether or not a digital asset is deemed to be an investment contract and therefore a security. To date, a host of crypto industry figures and lawmakers have repeatedly called on the agency to provide greater regulatory clarity for the interaction of blockchain tokens and security laws. It's my understanding that this block stack is made up of some pretty big wig people here. It looks like Harvard Endowment. They're big time investing in it. So keep an eye on this. This could be big. If in fact the SEC does approve this block stacked ICO launch, it would probably be the start of more things. More would probably follow suit. So if you want to know what Blockstack is, I'll read a little paragraph here. It says Blockstack is a new internet for decentralized apps that you access through the Blockstack browser. With Blockstack, there is a new world of apps that let you own your own data, and maintain your privacy, security, and freedom.
So they're a platform application.
It looks like they're like Steam. You can put video content on there. You could put blog stuff on there. You can go to their website, and they've already have some videos up. They've got some blog stuff up, so you can check it out. Blockstack.org.
.org.
Yeah. Next up in the news, we've got PewDiePie. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got PewDiePie. We've got PewDiePie, which is a big YouTuber. Sounds like he does a lot of gaming stuff. He has come out and said that he's moving from YouTube to DLive.
Is that a permanent move, or is he just going to start? No, he said he's exclusively going to DLive.
Yeah, it says he's totally changed. He's going to DLive. So currently, right now, PewDiePie currently has 90. PewDiePie. So right now, PewDiePie currently has 94 million YouTube subscribers. He's somehow still beating T-Series by about 300,000 subscribers as of this writing. He said he's going over to DLive, and I think the reason why, and I think we'll see more of this, is that YouTube, they take all your money. I mean, if you're a successful, can we say that, or will they delist?
We can say it.
Yeah,
it's got to be said.
Yeah. So YouTube, they take a majority of your money especially if you're a successful YouTuber. If with this switch of him, I'm not going to say his name again because I keep screwing it up, but PewDiePie, I did it. I said
there you go. Good job.
With him going over to DLive, it allows him to keep, I think, up to 90% of his own revenue. So with DLive, you can pay content creators with the Lino token. The Lino token is the native token to the Lino network, which is a blockchain. I don't know why DLive launched on the Lino network. Today, in reading about this story, this is the first time I've heard about the Lino network. What about you, Benjamin?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it either. I'm trying to pull it up on Coin Checkup, and I can't find the Lino token. Is there
It's not traded. You can't buy it. It's only used on the network. It's not on any exchanges. So if you want to buy the Lino token now, there's a few options. I know one of them includes using PayPal to buy directly from like the Lino wallet or something like that.
Interesting.
This is big news to me because it's another example of how things are changing in the blockchain world with decentralization, with somebody this big leaving YouTube and moving over to a decentralized type platform like DLive. I think it's a testament to what is to come.
What is happening?
What is happening?
What is
Yeah.
What is currently happening? Content creators are seeing missed profits. They're doing all of the work. They're doing all of their own marketing in the majority of cases, and they're publishing their content to a service that takes more funds than what they get. And that's, that doesn't have to be the situation anymore. People are in a better situation to manage their subscribers in a way that benefits them than the platform that they reach those subscribers on. And this is just a sign of the times.
And DLive is not the only platform for that. There's Steam, which we've talked about putting our video on there.
And we're on Steam. One of the problems that I've had with Steam is just the user interface. There's constraints to being on DTube and having a Steam account and the way that you publish. And it's not like I'm a new jack. I'm familiar with how these things work. And if it's not easy for me to do it, it's going to be really difficult for other people to do it. So the barrier to entry has got to be low. It's got to have a smart user interface. User interfacial. That sounds like a porn title. So yeah, I mean, this looks like a good service, and obviously, if this guy's jumping over to it, I've never watched a PewDiePie stream. I've seen lots of other YouTubers, thanks to my children. But if he's gonna risk taking what is already a good thing on YouTube and uproot all of those subscribers as best he can and transplant them over to a different service that could potentially pay him more, you can be certain he's done his homework and he knows that it's in his best interest to do it. And he's doing it. And you'll see a lot of other people follow.
It's huge for DLive. I mean, to have a name like that come over there, they gotta be just celebrating like crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Howard Stern pieced out from radio and went to XM.
Yeah.
Serious?
Serious. Yeah, that's true.
Because he took all of, like, people weren't going to not listen to Howard Stern anymore. They went and got them some serious satellite radio.
Yeah, that was huge. They paid him a crap ton of money too.
Yeah.
But they probably doubled that.
Probably, yeah.
Tripled that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Is he still on the air?
I don't know. I don't have satellite.
I haven't heard that name for a while.
Yeah. I used to love Howard Stern. So that's DLive, and it's exciting. We're going to be looking into it. Like we've got Steam, we've got DTube. We were, publishing content to it, but because of those constraints, I couldn't publish content that was as high a quality to that service as I could to YouTube, and it would take longer, and it was just way more difficult. So I just stopped doing it, and that's the hurdle that a lot of these projects and services need to overcome.
There's a lot of platforms trying to do this. I know Violi was one. Do you remember Violi?
Violi?
Yeah, Violi.
Yeah.
They were a video sharing platform, decentralized blockchain. I think even the Blockstack ICO that we talked about earlier that's going to be potentially launching, they're looking to have video content. I think it's going to be the one that's just the cleanest, the easiest to use. And I think it has to be, to have professional type videos on it. I think one of the problems with DTube is that I think it could be like a little bit X-rated. And
really?
Yeah, I think for people to want to launch professional type videos, they're not going to want to launch it. At least I wouldn't want to launch it on a platform where you're searching cryptocurrency and some sort of pornography thing pops up.
Right next to
I mean, so that would need to be solved. And I think that's one of the issues of DTube. If I remember the last time I was on there, I was like, whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I had that experience.
Maybe you click. I mean, when you type in C first, some stuff comes up. We've got a blockchain-powered job marketplace platform to migrate to the EOS network. Moonlighting is a blockchain-powered freelance marketplace. It's set to migrate 700,000 user accounts to EOS developer Block One's EOS.io protocol. The development was announced in a press release shared with Cointelegraph on April 12th, which is today.
Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, which everybody calls CZ, considers delisting BSV, that's Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, because of the founder's behavior. Founder and CEO of major cryptocurrency exchange Binance warned that he will delist Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision if the creator of the altcoin, whose name is Wright, does not change his behavior. And this is in a tweet that he published on April 11th. So Wright wants everybody to believe that he's Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy that created Bitcoin. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He's not.
So why don't you just move some of your Bitcoin out of your wallet if you're Satoshi?
But, and I can testify to this, anytime that you ask any kind of clarifying question, ask for supporting data, ask for, proof. How about that? Proof that this guy is actually Satoshi Nakamoto. He calls you a loser and then blocks you. In that order.
Yeah.
I've still got the tweets saved. But so what he did, he was teamed up with Roger Ver, who created or helped to create one of the original forks of Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash was created, and it was supposed to be the more true to the original creator's vision of what Bitcoin should be. and him and Craig Wright teamed up together, and then big surprise, had a falling out, and now Craig Wright, the creator, has forked off again from Bitcoin Cash, creating yet another fork, which he calls Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision.
I mean, listen, we had Satoshi on here. We know it's not Craig Wright.
Yeah.
And if you want to see Satoshi interviewed for the very first time, check out, I think, episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3. It was groundbreaking. It's never before seen live interview of Satoshi Nakamoto.
He answers questions we've all wanted to know.
Yeah, he was speaking on a level I couldn't even hardly comprehend.
Well, when you're of that intelligence. Mr. Nakamoto, do you prefer Mr. Nakamoto or Satoshi?
Sir Nakamoto.
Sir Nakamoto. What do you think of all the Bitcoin forks?
I'm more of a spoon guy.
How could you expect to keep up with that?
It was impressive. But nevertheless, so he discredited all of the fake Toshis that are running around out there. And Craig Wright is just... He's a novelty. He's fun to watch, but not nearly as endearing as perhaps John McAfee.
I love watching McAfee. Yeah, he's crazy. He's dude. He's batshit crazy. That guy. He's
just a roller coaster.
He's so entertaining though.
But like even like this guy, people just hate him, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Like anybody that will just like, in spite of and despite all evidence to the contrary, just absolutely adamantly lie to your face, is not somebody that anyone can get behind. But unless they have a monetary reason to do it, unless they have a vested interest in doing it.
But the truth is, I mean, every story needs a villain.
Mm-hmm.
So we need more Craig Wrights in this space. Really.
I think we have plenty.
Really?
Yeah, I think
who would be the second villain?
I don't want to start naming villains. We need to bring in. Yeah, we need heroes. We need to like kumbaya the crypto space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You pictured Satoshi Nakamoto with the samurai sword?
No. Mm-mm.
Sometimes I do.
No. I picture Satoshi Sakamoto. I picture him as the old Japanese man. That's what actually if I had my way.
Do you picture him with a lightsaber? Sorry, go ahead.
Satoshi should be that guy from Kill Bill, that old Japanese samurai trainer guy with the long beard.
Yeah.
That's who Satoshi should be. That guy needs to come out and claim to be Satoshi and create a token. I'd buy it.
What? I mean, why do you think he doesn't come out? Do you think he's dead?
I don't think he's just one person, and I also don't think there's any benefit. If you look at what he did and why he did it, there's no added benefit to his goal of creating this blockchain network that will be achieved by him disclosing who he is if he is a single person, which I don't think that he was. But I mean, so there's lots of other projects that are grown organically. There's Steve Gibson, the guy who coined the term malware back in the days as a security researcher. He's been working on a technology that allows you to log into a website without usernames and passwords. It's going to be game changing and frictionless, and passwords will be a thing of the past. He's not doing that for profit. He's mostly doing it on his own, but he's got a team of people that are donating their time and efforts behind the scenes. And once this thing is in use 20 years from now, nobody's going to know who all those people were. They'll remember Steve Gibson, but it will have taken more than just that single person to have created this really game-changing technology that he's making open source to the larger community. And I think Satoshi Nakamoto is no different. Honestly, I think
it was just a work of passion.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I don't think he did it alone, but it was definitely, this one person's brainchild And I don't see you creating something like that without bringing other people that are close to you in to help you see that brought to fruition. I just don't.
It's nice to see something created that's not greed driven.
It's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare anymore.
I don't have any other news for the day. There is one thing that just popped up on Cointelegraph. This is fresh off the press, so to speak. It says Tim Draper is going to meet with Facebook to potentially invest in their rumored Facebook coin. News or no news?
News? You can't. I mean, you have to look at it as news. It's Facebook. They own social media, and if they're entering the crypto space, they're not slipping in like an Olympic diver. They're jumping in like a hippo doing a cannonball, and they're going to make waves.
Yeah.
And it should be something to take note of.
Well, over 2 billion users on Facebook.
What I think, I mean, my wet dream would be for Facebook to adopt an already existing blockchain technology and say, hey, we're going to use Stellar.
Oh, dude, I was just going to say Stellar.
Right?
Yeah, I was like going to say I was going to go Stellar right when you were talking. Yeah.
That would be phenomenal. You want to see some crazy price action.
Come on, Zuckerberg, just take a look at Stellar. Give it a chance.
But let me buy some first.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more.
I don't have Stellar.
Shame on you.
I know.
It's a great project.
There's only so much time in my day. Billionaire VC investor Tim Draper is planning to meet with Facebook execs to discuss investing in the social media's rumored crypto project. And this is coming from a Bloomberg report. According to the report, Draper revealed to Bloomberg that he is, quote, interested to hear the story around the project, claiming that he is ready to, quote, see if it is a fit.
Why would they need his money?
I mean, they always every one of these projects needs to be funded. They don't want to spend off their own balance sheet. They want to have, and also it looks like it's stronger if they can get other people as VCs to come in and give money.
But how much money could it potentially cost to create your own coin? People do it every day. They create shit coins all the time.
EOS, to create the EOS network, Block.1 needed $4 billion.
I disagree. They didn't need it necessarily.
They needed it.
They wanted it.
They got it.
Yeah, they got it.
Because they needed it.
Potentially. That's all the news I got for this week, unless you got something else.
No, I think it's a good place to wrap up.
You want to take us on out of here?
Yeah. If you like the show, be sure to tell somebody out about
Yeah.
If you like the show, make sure you tell somebody else about it, and feel free to leave a comment and hit that subscribe button so we can keep you up to date on everything happening in crypto. Also, if you want to reach out to us on Twitter, you can do that
at Crypto Kahuna.
And I am at Crypto Light Show. We take questions, comments, hate mail. Bring it on.
Hate mail?
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a full archive of the Crypto Unqualified show, just go over to seattlecrypto.com. The end.
We out.
Crypto Unqualified.
Well, I don't know how much you like it.
I never hit start. I didn't hit start.
Start on what?
The audio.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You're kidding?
Uh-huh.
My mouth.
Just gonna sabotage all the shows I don't like.